Yo, Ferb, I know what we doing today, man. We installing the AMS 80mm air intakes for the VR30 platform. Upon receiving shipment, you'll notice that you have your brackets, your MAV housings that also come with inserts to allow a non-tuned setup. If you're not tuned, you must run these inserts or you'll run into codes. They come with hose clamps for each of the hoses. All necessary hose clamps, might I add. You don't need to reuse any OEM hose clamps. And they come with your air filters. They also come very well packaged, Made me feel good about AMS service. You'll need this pry tool to get the clips off underneath the hood. You'll need this quarter-inch extension for the driver's side hose clamp. A 1/4-inch ratchet or a power ratchet, doesn't matter. I prefer this hand ratchet. Or reliable, man. You can't go wrong with a hand ratchet. Use the pry tool to take off all these clips, as I mentioned earlier. And you'll be able to gain access to the air filters, the air boxes, the air filter housing, whatever you want to call it. And a nice clean air filter right there. This is a 10 mil. You'll need this 10 mil to remove these bolts that bolt down the air filter housing, the air boxes. There's 2 for each. 1, 2 on the driver's side. And you got 1 and 2 for the passenger side. You'll notice these clips. Remove this one. You don't need to remove that one. For the MAV housing connector, as you see right there. It's just a push clip. You'll figure out how to unplug it. Come on, brother. You don't need to remove those retainer clips. You can remove this whole housing in one piece if you access that hose clamp correctly. You want to get that clip off the top of the box, obviously. Mine was broken right there. That's awesome. But you will need to remove these clips, as you see. Alright, before you move any further though, don't unplug nothing, bro. Just disconnect the battery. Disconnect the negative terminal from the battery, bro, with a 10mm socket. Now this is an 8mm socket on that 1/4-inch extension I was telling you about. I'm not going to use a hand ratchet, obviously. Come on, bro, it's way down there. But that is the hose clamp that you are trying to loosen. Once you go ahead and sit that socket on there, you're good to spin and spin and spin. And there you have it. You remove the whole driver's side intake housing. See how easy it is? And it's better to disconnect afterwards. It's just easier. This is the AMS intake setup. I like having everything set up before I work any further. It just makes it easier. It makes it quicker, more efficient. I'm a flat rate tech, man. I don't know. Tricks of the trade, you know what I mean? That's your MAV sensor, and that's your MAV housing. Notice the arrow is pointing down. The arrow will also be pointing down on the MAV sensor. You want to mount it just like that, arrow pointing down. That's the driver's side, and that's the passenger side. You'll see these bushings. They have a metal thing in the middle that you could push out in order. And these you will have to reuse from the OEM air filter boxes. You move that metal piece out, though, and you could squish them out. And then squish them in there, and then put the metal pieces back in. And you'll know which is which. They're kind of shaped the same. So I got that bolted in, I got it bolted in. You want to put the filter on after you bolt in that bracket. It's impossible to do it before. Go ahead and connect the MAV sensor. You got your hose clamp on tight. Now you're ready to move on to this, the passenger side, the easiest side. I'm just kidding. It's not easier. It's easy, but it's not easier, bro. Like I said, I like to have everything set up. This is the passenger side intake hose with all necessary hose clamps, like I said earlier as well. AMS thought about us technicians, DIYers, and mechanics. They thought about us, bro. I appreciate that, AMS. MAV housings, make sure the arrow is down on the sensor and on the housing. Put in the crankcase ventilation hose first. And then you see that right there, that metal piece, take that off. This. You won't be able to fit the hose onto the turbo fully without taking it off. You just need a 10mm bolt. And then go ahead, put your brackets on. Then your filters after. Tighten it with an 8mm socket. And voila, you're ready to make pretty turbo noises.